So you're thinking of moving to Lake Arrowhead. Well, as a full-time resident up here and a real estate broker, I can certainly endorse that decision. In fact, I can probably help you along the way. One of the questions I get quite frequently is, hey, Jason, where do we stay? We want to come up, we want to take a look at some property. I always advise clients, come up, spend a night, spend 2, spend 3 here. Really feel what it's like to be up here in the mountain, breathe the mountain air, and most importantly, feel how the mountain just takes you over and you just relax and you breathe a sigh of relief. Well, there's no better place to stay than the Arrowhead Pine Rose Cabins. It's on a sprawling 10 acres with all these different cabins that have different personalities. And if we're lucky, we're gonna get an opportunity to actually take a look inside of them, tour the grounds, meet some of the family members. This is a family-owned and operated business, but long story long, team, when you come up here looking at properties, come stay up here and get the true vibe of what it really feels like to live up here in Lake Arrowhead full time. Come on, team, let's check it out. Check this out. Isn't it cool? We got super lucky because they do have a wedding up here this weekend. So we got this done on Friday. Everybody's about to check in, but look at this. We got the lobby all to ourselves. And if we get lucky, we're gonna get a tour of the grounds and a tour of the cabin. April's here. Actually, April, come join us. April is one of the family members. As I mentioned, this is family owned and operated. So April, talk a little bit about the weddings. I know this is a big thing up here. You guys have a wedding coming up this weekend. How many people do you accommodate? How many do you host? So on and so on.
Yeah, so the wedding site accommodates up to 175 people. And fun fact, my dad built it for my sister when she got married. They were looking for, a spot to get married. And as everyone knows, it's kind of expensive to get married. And my dad had the idea of like, hey, instead of, spending X amount, let's put it towards building a wedding site. So he built this in mind with my sister. So it was a labor of love is what I like to say.
So no expense was spared for your future brother-in-law and your sister. And actually he's here, General Manager David. He's going to give us a tour along with April. But David, come on in. Let's talk about, hey, welcome.
We get all different types of couples. A lot of people from LA and from Orange County. But as far as our journey goes, I met my future wife, and because we grew up here on the mountains, and we were looking for a venue that encapsulated both nature and just some adventure, a little bit of that woodsy feel. And we were looking all around Southern California. We couldn't find anything, and that's when her dad said, hey, I got an idea, and I've got this bit of property here. So he enlisted all the help he could get and designed this beautiful kind of tiered terrace deck. Not everything was in place when we got there. We made a shift with what we got, but they've been adding stuff over the last 19 and a half years, and we've done over 1,000 weddings at Pine Rose since then. So a lot of people have now Pine Rose stamped in their memory books as well. We've been able to pass along that connection between family and nature that we were looking for, and it's just a fantastic venue. We're just honored to be a part of that. Yeah,
to be honest, I'm super excited to see the grounds. I scoped it out while I was waiting on you guys. I peeked it out. Thank you for accommodating us today and helping us walk the grounds, because honestly, I get a lot of folks that they want to know where to stay, and I'm really partial to this because this is our mile marker. This feels like home to us when we come into the Lake Arrowhead community. So let's go take a look. What I wanted to talk about first, team, is the history of this place. But before we get to that, we've driven by 1,000 times. It's kind of our marker when we're to the top of the hill. We see the old pickup truck out there. We look to see if the Grinch is in there, and it just feels like home. Yeah. But from the street, it looks like the lobby, and that's it. But as we get into this, I'm noticing there's how big is this? Yeah,
so Pine Rose Cabins, we've got 10 acres here. We're kind of in the wooded area, if you will. So even from what you see on the street is not the extent of our property. We go quite a ways back into the national forest. In fact, we butt up into it, and we have natural hiking areas that go well into the forest. It's fantastic.
And 10 acres. And when I was reading the history, one of the things that I noticed was this originally was called Strawberry Flat.
It's interesting, the history of the mountains, because we had the flatlands, which there was lots of orange groves, and they needed something to pack all their oranges and send it back east. So they came up here. That's where we have the natural logging Association. Forest Service was here before then, but they invited the loggers up here by 1890s. The old Mormon Road coming up the mountains.
Right.
And you can see that on the way as you come up. But here is kind of a combination of perfect flat area for strawberry flats. So it's real easy to clear and to take down the trees, but also to stage it for taking it back down the hill and building those orange crates, which we're now famous for here in California. But yeah, 1900s when it first was built. So we have a lot of ranger history for conserving the forest, make sure the logging's done correctly. But our site does have a unique part of that. Even though we weren't a resort at that point, our original lobby building, the one that you see as you go past the highway there, was the original general store and even post office. It had even basic groceries there as well. So anybody that came up the mountain, this was the first stop. They'd stop here and then they kind of make their way further into the mountain. So it has quite a bit of integrated history into the mountains itself.
Is there any original pieces on the property that still exist today?
Yeah, absolutely. And here, I'll give it over to April because she knows the ins and outs of every single one of our cabins.
So the U.S. Forestry built a bunch of little cabins to house the rangers up here. And unfortunately, in the 40s, there was a fire and the main building burnt down. All of the cabins except one cabin remained. And since we theme all of our cabins, they all carry different themes. We themed it Smoky Bear Ranger. And so that's so cool. Bear Ranger cabin now. An original standing U.S. Forestry cabin.
Do we have the opportunity? I know it's a super busy weekend. There's actually a wedding going on here. This is not Wedding Crashers Part 3. So we need to be certain that we're okay. But do we have an area or a cabin that we can go look at?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, we can go into Alpine Lodge. It's one of our newer cabins, but it definitely keeps that mountain feel, which makes Pine Rose so unique.
Awesome. Let's go take a look. Come on, team. All right, team. Super pumped we're able to get access to one of them. We're actually at the Alpine Lodge. So David and April are going to give us a tour, and I'm just going to hand the mic to them and enjoy it as much as you guys and see it through your eyes. So come on, let's go take a look.
Well, hello and welcome. We're excited to have you guys on board with us. We're going to tour Alpine Lodge. This lodge is full of mountain character and has some of those original mountain details that makes living up here just so special. So come on through. We're going to walk through the front door if you want to follow with me, and we'll show this lodge off to you. If you come on in the front door here, you're going to be entered in this great living space. We've got wide open concepts up here in this lodge area. You've got this hand-built table right behind you here that seats maybe 10, 15 people if you like. It's great for conversations, for gatherings, for really making memories that really what the mountains are all about. Here at Pine Rose, we try to create opportunities where you can connect with each other and connect with nature. Right around the corner here, we have a stone fireplace that's great for those winter mornings when it's cold, but it's also great with the ambiance that we've got going on here. So a couple of wonderful couches here. We've got this, which is one of my favorite features, by the way, of this cabin, is this ski chair. So that each of these rungs are actually old skis that we had one of our local craftsmen come and help build for us. So fun features in this cabin that make it a little bit more rustic. We've got a bedroom just off the living room here. We've got some games for family. And if you want to join me back up here in the living room, I'll show you some of the other spaces. A lot of the details in this cabin specifically are unique to Pine Rose because they're built by the owner. So Dave is our owner here, and he's fantastic. He hand-built a lot of these unique pieces that are right here and carved them this way. So you get a really unique type of stay. Even if you look right here behind you, even our cabinet doors have the arrowhead carved inside them. So he's taken that detail to a whole new level, which makes this cabin really just a fun place to stay. This cabin sleeps up to 10. We've got some bedrooms downstairs as well. There's 2 bedrooms downstairs, 2 bedrooms up here. That's 2 bathrooms. There's a clawfoot tub for a great soak as well. April, I don't know if you wanted to add anything here. I know you've had a lot of history with this cabin as well.
Well, you covered, the basics of how many people it sleeps and all of the features. And talking about my dad building things, me and Chris, my brother, laid the rock on this fireplace. So actually it helps. Yeah, I helped Chris do this fireplace. I also helped with the kitchen cabinets. Point being is me, my sister, his wife, my brother, all of us. My mom was an interior decorator. Before they bought Pine Rose, my dad was in construction. So between his construction skills and her interior decorating and 3 kids free labor, we've done a lot. So it's kind of fun for me because there's little pieces like that fireplace, for example, where I helped build that, so I have my own hand in it as well. So it makes it really, really fun. I love it.
And I think that's what really makes Pine Rose Cabins stand out. It's a family-owned business. There's personal touches all over the place. So if you're looking for like a Holiday Inn, this is not the type of place that you'd like to see. But if you're looking for something unique, a once-in-a-lifetime experience, or if you just want to come up to the mountains and find out, hey, what does it look like? How can I relax? This is a great place to do that. So we welcome you here. It has some antique fireplace, antique stoves in here as well. So other features that maybe we'll let you discover on your own.
Yeah.
But this is a fantastic cabin that we've got here. Thanks.
All right, team, that does it for this episode of Living in Lake Arrowhead. I hope you enjoyed this tour of the Pine Rose Cabins as much as I enjoyed filming it. I know it's a little, unconventional of our traditional programming, but I've been getting asked constantly, like, where should I stay if I come up and look at property? Well, team, Lake Arrowhead Pine Rose Cabins is a great option. I'm going to put all the links and all the information down below. If you're coming up to look at property, whether with me or with another agent, I suggest you go ahead and stay here. Look, team, it's got an amazing vibe. There's other options, and we'll probably explore those options as well, but this is definitely ranks as one of my favorite just because the vibe is the closest to what you're going to experience living up here in the mountains. So all the information is listed down below. So look, whether you're looking to buy a property in 1 day, 1 week, or 1 year, come on up. Let's do a tour. Let's look at some property. Let's have some lunch. Either myself or a member of my team will take you guys out. All my information is linked down below, including my contact information. Just come on up. Let's look at some property. We'll talk soon, everybody. Bye-bye.